Hey guys, it's Beltran and today's video subject matter is Islam. Are you really that weak? Well, it was recently when the city of Melbourne was struck with another Islamic terrorist attack, and they seem to be becoming more and more commonplace everywhere in the West. And you have your usual regular morons that go about trying to justify the actions of this individual by claiming, it was a cry for help. In fact, his family said that it was a cry for help. Hashtag not all Muslims. If it's a cry for help, well then the person at the end of the knife who is slowly dying, they must not be crying for help. How does that really work? If you are on an ASIO watch list, you must be deported. Can we all agree on that? According to the Australian National Imams Council, the ANIC, their press release reads like this. Australian National Imams Council, ANIC, strongly condemns the criminal act perpetrated by a deranged individual on Friday on Bourke Street in Melbourne. I mean, that's perfection. That phraseology right there would have been abundant. It would have been sufficient and everyone would have jumped on board and been like, that is ace. But unfortunately there's more. The Australian National Imams Council and the Muslim community are also outraged by the recent comments by the Prime Minister Scott Morrison connecting Islam to a radical and dangerous ideology.
We would be kidding ourselves if we did not call out the fact that the greatest threat of religious extremism in this country is the radical and dangerous ideology of extremist Islam.
What I find frustrating about this statement is that it could have been about the perpetrator, it could have been about the victims, but instead it was made about their religion. It became about them. They're deflecting. It's no longer about the issues. It's about them and their heart and how weak they are, how weak their religion is, how weak their faith is, how weak their God is. It shouldn't be about any of that. It should be about the issue. The issue is that someone from Somalia who had a knife, who was being watched by ASIO, who had a brother who also committed acts of terrorism, tried to stab a bunch of people. You need to follow the pattern to be taken seriously, and the pattern at the moment is Islam. It's just a fact at the moment. It can't be escaped. Doesn't mean that it's always Islam, because it's not. It isn't. It isn't always Islam. But this one was. And it follows a pattern of behaviour. And we keep letting them in. These things are bound to continue to happen. They continue and say, "It is extremely disappointing in such difficult times and during a national tragedy when all Australians of all faiths and backgrounds should be called upon to unite and stand together against any form of extremism and violence, to see our nation's leader politicising this incident and using it for political gain." Ha! That's funny. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. What are they doing? They're not only politicising the issue, they're making it about themselves. The ANIC are essentially saying, we condemn this act. But if you talk against us, we'll make you regret it. Demanding apologies. Are you serious? Oh. Can your little prophet not handle it? The Grand Mufti has claimed that the comments made by Prime Minister Scott Morrison and Home Affairs Minister Peter Dutton are serious discrimination. Well, let me tell you something, Grand Mufti of Australia. When your religion starts permitting Jews into their country and not declining them at the airports, when your religion, when your country, when your politics starts treating Christians with respect rather than murdering them for having their faith, and, maybe you can also stop throwing homosexuals off rooftops. When your religion stops doing that, maybe we can take you seriously. But until then, thank you guys very much for watching this video. Don't forget to ring the bell to get notifications. All my social media links are in the description box below. And tune in next time for a brand new video or one of my live streams. Thanks guys.